From language wars in Europe to missile strikes shaking the Middle East, the world is heating up on multiple fronts. Global tensions continue to rise amid overlapping crises in Europe and the Middle East. In Latvia, the Constitutional Court ruled that public media must prioritize Latvian language content. It declared that Russian-language broadcasting in state-funded outlets violates the Constitution, noting that commercial Russian media is already widely available and the Russian-speaking community does not need special state support. The decision prioritizes national security and the status of Latvian as the official language, with changes taking effect in 2027. Germany is struggling with military recruitment as the number of conscientious objectors surges. Nearly 2,000 applications were filed in the first 2 months of 2026 alone, more than half of the entire previous year. Young Germans show little interest in voluntary service despite questionnaires and talks of possible conscription revival. The country's basic law protects the right to refuse armed service on moral grounds, a legacy of its post-war history. In the EU, Brussels is preparing contingency plans ahead of Hungary's April 12 parliamentary elections. Officials view Prime Minister Viktor Orbán as a disruptive force, especially after he blocked a major aid package to Ukraine. Discussions include potential voting reforms, financial pressure, or even mechanisms to limit Budapest's influence, though outright expulsion remains unlikely. The Middle East conflict has escalated sharply. Iranian actions, including strikes and control over the Strait of Hormuz, have disrupted global energy flows and raised fears of oil prices soaring toward $200 per barrel. Egypt's President El-Sisi urged U.S. President Trump to intervene and stop the fighting to avoid economic shocks. Clashes between Israeli forces and Hezbollah continue, with reported casualties and targeted strikes on both sides. Russia called for an immediate halt to hostilities during talks with Gulf states. Ukraine's President Zelensky proposed a ceasefire during the upcoming Easter period, including a mutual pause on energy infrastructure strikes, while stressing that any deal must respect Ukraine's sovereignty. Kyiv also rejected Iranian accusations of supporting aggression against Tehran. These developments highlight deepening divisions over security, identity, and diplomacy in a volatile world.
Please subscribe to my channel.